Stop wasting disk space in your Homelab. Today we are shrinking a 300GB disk down to 40 in a Proxmox VM without losing data. I will show you the exact commands to resize your file system and your virtual disk safely. Hello everyone and welcome back to Libre-Data. I noticed my Nextcloud VM is hugging a 300GB disk but only using 38. This is a lot of wasted space in my Proxmox host. In this video we will fix this and we will do everything safely. So without taking much of your time, let's get into it. Now before doing anything, it is really important to create a backup of your VM. Just go to the VM. Here you can click on backup now and configure a backup job, or a snapshot is also okay. I already have made a snapshot which is an offline snapshot, so turn off your server, make a snapshot and start it again. Alright, this is my problem. This is the disk I told you about. Its name is SDB1. It is 300GB big and this is the folder it's mounted to. Now if I copy this and check the disk usage on this folder, as you can see only 38GB is used. So let's repair this. First you have to stop all services using this folder. So my Nextcloud is actually running on a Docker container. So I will type docker stop $docker ps -q and bracket close. And as always you can find all commands I'm using in the description box. Alright, now I will type docker ps a. And as you can see, all dockers are stopped. Now I will unmount the folder from the system. So type sudo umount mnt nc data. Alright, now if I type lsblk, as you can see, this is a disk and it is not mounted to any folder. Now it's time to shrink the file system. Type sudo e2 fsck -f and the path to the disk. For me it is under dev SDB1. All disks will be under dev, so if you have SDA1, let's say, you can just type dev SDA1 and hit enter. This looks good. As you can see, there is no errors on the disk. Now type sudo resize to fs, the path to your disk. So for me it is under dev SDB1 and enter the new disk space. I will take 39GB or maybe 42 and hit enter. Looks like we have a syntax error. I think we have to remove the v from gigabyte. And it's resizing now, so give it some minutes for it to do its magic. This took long, but now it's done. Now you have to resize the partition. So type sudo fdisk div sdb. And watch out, this time you don't have to specify the partition number. So just type sdb and hit enter. Let's type m for help. Here it's telling you type P to print the partition table, so I will do this. Here it's telling you start is 2000 and end is 62 million. This is the number of sectors we are using and this is 300GB. Now type D to delete the partition. And don't worry, your files won't be deleted. And type N to create a new partition. Type P for primary. Partition number I will leave it to default 1. And use the same first sector as before, so 2048. It is a default, so just type enter. And for last sector, just type plus for 2G. We don't want to remove the signature, so type N. And that's it. Now type W to write or to apply. That's amazing. Now grow the file system to fill the 42GB. Just type sudo resize to fs dev sdb1. Now mount the disk. Just type sudo mount -a. Now if I type lsblk, as you can see the partition is 42GB now. You can ignore this 300GB because we will fix this in Proxmox. In Proxmox select the right host, so this is it for me, and click on shell. And turn off the VM where your disk is bind to. For me it is the donkey one, so 104. I will type qm shutdown 104. It's off now, and as you can see here it is gray too, which means it's off. Now type the following, qm rescan. Now you have to find out the name of the disk. So type qm config 104. As you can see, this is a disk. It has 300GB and its name is VM104 disk 1. So copy this and type lv display. Here you can see all the logical volumes of that VM. So go down. I will actually make the disk slightly bigger than the partition so that we don't run into problems. So instead of 42, I will go with 44. So lv reduce minus L, the new disk space, so 44, and the path to that disk. So it is under dev pve VM104 disk 1. And that's it. Now let's try to start the VM and see how it looks like. Type lsblk. That looks good. As you can see, we have 42 GB now, and the disk space itself is 44. Now I will open my Nextcloud and see if it works. My Nextcloud is working, and as you can see, it already detected the 40 GB disk. And that's it. Now you successfully shrinked a VM disk in Proxmox. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and leave a comment. This is Libre-Data, and we are just getting started. See you in the next time.